While India is still holding on to a mathematical miracle in the Asia Cup to progress into the final, reality is qualifying on the basis of other teams' failure will not really uplift the general mood around the camp. Because the bottom line is that Team India has let its supporters down. The men in blue were expected to perform better in familiar conditions, but what's happening now on the field is quite disappointing. Added to the poor fielding and bowling, the batting too has been a major letdown. Boria Majumdar, consulting editor, is joining us for more on Team India from Kolkata. Boria, it seems a year to go before the 2015 World Cup. There are more questions than any answers.
Absolutely correct. I mean, you have to question team selection, you have to question consistency like the way you did in that voiceover. It's puzzling. I mean, you've played 8 or 9 games in 2014, you've won 1. You know, from after that West Indies series at home, everything you've been losing. Even in the subcontinent you've started to lose. And you know, without a Mahendra Singh Dhoni, that middle order looked fragile, the bowling looks fragile. Saurav and I have made this point umpteenth number of times. With 2 fast bowlers, you cannot control the death bowling. 3 spinners, where's the focus? What are you doing with Stuart Binney? You're giving him 1 game, dropping him for the next. What confidence does he have left? It's a team that has a lot of problems, Shivani. The question is, what's the way forward? Where's the solution? I actually can't. And when you think England series, Australia series and all of these series coming up, I really wonder, where's the test win going to come from? Who's the phoenix who will take this team up? So it's a very difficult situation for the Indian captains, whether it's a Kohli or Dhoni to be in.
Absolutely. From the Asia Cup now till the 2015 World Cup, India plays non-stop cricket really, but the prospects in both tests, ODIs and T20s is quite poor. Several new options have been tried. Some old names have been called back as well. But consistency eludes the team. It doesn't help that some men who had a golden chance to perform and make their case in this Asia Cup also didn't put their hand up. Boria, this is a young squad. There are not a lot of options. So it becomes even more imperative for the men who've got these chances to make themselves count. Because at this stage, it looks like we don't have a lot of options taking forward to the World Cup.
That's scary, isn't it? I mean, that's absolutely scary. You know, you've got to bank on a couple of people at the death. You don't have any death bowlers. Mohammad Shami good on one particular day, goes for runs the next. Ravindra Jadeja, one day great bowling, the other no consistency whatsoever. Tell me, Shivani, give me 3 bowlers who you think will play consistently for India all games in the 2015 World Cup and will bowl between overs number 40 and 50. We don't have that. Now that, for the world's richest cricketing nation, which says, you know, we dominate world cricket, we rule world cricket, is a shocker. We are middle order. Where does Cheteshwar Pujara fit in? We still did not give him a game. Now the question is, Cheteshwar Pujara is a number 1 batsman in the test team alongside Virat Kohli. You've taken him, you play him. You don't leave him in the sidelines and give him a game against Afghanistan. Right. What is happening with selection? What is the role of the management? So many questions. You started beautifully. I'll echo that. Too many answers, too many questions, very few answers.